Today is September the 9th, 2015, and we are watching Hurricane Linda, which is now a Category 1 storm with 80-mile-per-hour winds. This storm was hit all night long, starting about 10 p.m. last night, and this is what's left of Hurricane Linda this morning. We can see that there's not a whole lot left. They've hit it with transmitters all night, and as I say, this storm is still moving to the northwest, I believe it is. Let's take a look at that right now. This is moving northwest at 13 miles per hour, but the storm is only 80 miles per hour, and the core pressure is raised to 979 millibar. So it's amazing how quickly these people can isolate and kill off a very large hurricane such as Linda right here. And we can see what's happening. They're starting to hit the interior of this storm with some heat right here, and by the end of today this core will be pretty much down probably 60 miles per hour. We can see this happening. We can see the heat being spun right into the core of that storm right there. Alright, so we have a lot of storms right here that are being blown apart. Let's go ahead and look at that. Alright, this is core of Linda right here, and we can see the heat being applied by a HARP transmitter right here, and that is going to kill this storm off. They're going to isolate this area right here with heat. This will be a little island of a hurricane core right here, and then they'll kill it off as it drifts out to sea. And this is the same pattern. What's interesting about the way they work with this a very large hurricane is they butted a very high pressure area right into the side of this storm, and that caused a lot of clockwise movement and weakened the system. And we can see the what's happening here. We've got clockwise movement here, right here. All this flow from this high pressure is causing this pattern right here in this cloud formation, this moisture field right there. Alright, and then we have the clockwise movement right here, which is generating a lot of thunderstorms up near Arizona and California and New Mexico and in Texas. So let's go ahead and look at that in the this is the infrared loop. And these storms all through here are being blown apart. Alright, let's take a look at that. Here's the high pressure down here. It's pushing this all out to sea. And that is going to cut off this band right here, which was spiraling all through here. This was all part of that hurricane. And so this high pressure that's being pushed through here is going to separate this. That's going to break this all down, and then we've got one complete path. We've got the high pressure over here joining up with the high pressure over Mexico that's been pushing to the west. Alright, so let's go look at the this is the southwest water vapor loop, and these storms right here are being destroyed. There's a whole bunch of them here that have been destroyed, and we see all the residual water vapor and steam from that. And we can see blast patterns right here. That one there was just killed in this loop. You can see that. And then this one right here, right there, is in the beginning stages. In a few hours we'll get to see the results of that, which will look similar to this. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this in the this is the infrared loop. And you can see a ring right here moving out right there. Let's go back and look at this again in the water vapor mode. Okay, well, that's not showing up. There is some blast pattern evidence right here, right there. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on all that. This eye wall right here is moving, the core of the storm rather is moving in a northwest direction, so we'll get to see this later today, and we'll do an update. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the visible light mode. We see that same pressure wave moving out there, and also we see a pressure wave right on this storm right here, this little thunderstorm. There's a pressure wave right there. It moves outward right there. Okay, so there, and also we see a pockmark, an indent right there, right dead center on that storm. I hope everyone can see that. Looks like a crater on the moon. And then right after that, that little storm is targeted, then we see the shock wave. So that's probably a microwave blast right there, and that heats the upper atmosphere over that storm. The air and the water expand at a very high rate, and we get this blast wave right here. And the storm is heated so quickly that it evaporates. It disorganizes the entire convection process, and these storms are killed off in that manner. That's how they're doing this. So between the HARP transmitters and the microwave transmitters, they're in complete control of the weather. I'm amazed at how quickly this huge storm was brought down to 80-mile-per-hour winds like we're seeing right now. I thought for sure we'd get some rain out of this up in the central and LA area of California, but that's not going to happen apparently. The desert areas are getting weather. They're getting a lot of rain and all that, and here we have the Colorado River. That's that'll be a good thing because there's a lot of dams along here. That's all good, but there's no reason why these people have to continually kill every single storm, whether it be hurricanes from the south or North Pacific weather systems. Every single one of these is being stopped, and that's why we have a drought here in California. So I'm doing these videos every day to show the continuity of the intent and the pattern, so that every day, if people tuning in watching this every day will see for themselves that this is not an occasional thing. This is happening every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all year long, around the clock. So that's pretty much the story on that. Those are the things that we've uncovered studying the weather for the last 4 years. All right, so here's the big picture again, and this hurricane is on its way out. They're injecting heat right here, and we can see that happening. We can actually watch this area evaporate. All right, so that's it. We'll go ahead and do an update a little bit later today.